Welcome to another video from Creativo Solutions. You're watching the Accounting for Non-Accountants video series. Please post comments and questions below. Tell me which sections you're still struggling with, and I'll make the video to help you. Remember to subscribe to this channel and be the first to find out when new videos are uploaded. We have lots of additional content and resources on the website that can help you. Today we're going to recap financial performance, and we're going to expand on the definitions for income, and later we'll look at expenses. From the previous video we spoke about profit, so you have a good idea of how to calculate profit. You also know what the rules are from the golden rules that we've looked at a few videos back. Remember, income and expenses are special accounting elements. If we know what the elements are, we'll be able to apply that to different scenarios. So we can interpret transactions and we can process them correctly. So when looking at financial performance, we need two of the elements in order to calculate the profit or the loss. In this video, we're focusing on income. So how do we know if something is income? You're probably wondering, how do I know what's income, what's an expense, what's an asset, what's a liability? You should have a good idea of the definition for the asset and the liability because we've covered that before when we looked at financial position. More recently, we've looked at financial performance. So in order to establish financial performance, we know we're going to be looking at a period of time, and we know we're going to be focusing on income and expenses. The difference between the two is going to give us either a profit or a loss. So for income specifically, we're looking at the rule which says if I increase my income, meaning if I derive more income from my customer, I'm going to record a bigger amount. If you've got income and we've received an amount, we're going to have to record an increase in benefit, which represents a credit. So all income accounts will have an increase on the credit. We can't change the rule. The rules are universal, and those are the rules that we need to use. So how do we know if something is income or not? Well, we spoke about IFRS in one of the earlier videos that we had, and we mentioned how important the rules are so that everyone is speaking the same language. So it's important to have a set of definitions that we can apply so we know what we're dealing with. When a company is operating and they're selling a product or service, they're going to be generating income. And the definition for this particular accounting element is an increase in economic benefit during a financial period. Notice how we're always considering time because we're looking at performance. We've spoken about this before. We know that performance is measured over a period of time. Something else that I've included in this particular video is a note about where income normally arises from. Income generally arises from assets. Not always, but in most cases, you would have income arising from the use of those assets or the sale of those assets, depending on the situation. So just remember, accounting is just a language. And with time and effort, you'll get better at applying the rules to different situations. So that's the definition for income. We have a few examples here to discuss. If you look at the word income, we know that the definition is very specific. Increasing economic benefit is key. So if I'm looking at different accounts and I'm wanting to classify them under a specific element, I always need to ask myself, is this an increase in benefit or not? If it is an increase in benefit, it would then meet the definition of income. So income is an increase, and if I'm renting out a building, that building is going to be providing rent income or rent that we'll receive. So rent income could be an example. Sales could be an example. If I'm selling goods, I'm going to be generating income. There's an increase in benefit. The more I sell, the more benefit we derive. Services can be rendered. So if I'm rendering a service, that's also a way to generate income because you're creating value and you're deriving an increase in benefit. Interest income or dividend income, those can arise on the assets that we invest in. So if I invest in a savings account that earns interest, I'll get interest income from that specific account. I could also receive dividend income, which is an increase in benefit from holding equity, okay, shares or stock, okay, depending on the vocabulary, okay, they're going to be generating future economic benefit, and the future benefit is in the form of income, right, a dividend that will be paid out to the investor. So we've come to the end of this video. I hope you now understand what an income is. Remember, the definition is very important. Please post comments and questions below. Tell me what videos you would like me to provide you with so that you can better understand accounting to help you with your studies and your work. Subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up button if you like the video.